Dave Malpass, former president of the World Bank, Michael Faulkender, former assistant treasury secretary, and the FBI chief economist. Gentlemen, there's a lot to parse through here. Faulkender, start with you. I mean, apart from all the, price controls and central planning and bring back Richard Nixon and FDR and Joe Stalin and Maduro and all this stuff that's swirling around, it's amusing if it weren't serious business. What's this going to cost? I didn't see in her speech today any mention of cutting back on federal spending or federal deficits or federal borrowing. Nothing. But I did see a lot of programs that are being priced out by you and others. What do you, is this, I don't see how this can be under $2 trillion.
No, you're exactly right, Larry. It is on the verge of $2 trillion because the child tax credit alone is more than $1 trillion. The homeowners assistance for first-time home buyers is looking at coming in at about $250 billion. The healthcare expansion is another $400 billion. You've got the baby bonuses that are coming in at about $100 billion. And so you start adding it all up, and you're right, Larry, over a 10-year budget window, you're looking at $2 trillion. And no, they have not provided details on how they're going to pay for it, because they always go back to the canard of raising taxes on the wealthy, raising taxes on corporations. But as you just pointed out, tax cuts for corporations flow through to consumers via lower prices and to higher wages for workers. And so if she really wants to tackle inflation, she would leave the corporate tax code where it is, if not cut corporate rates even more so that people can afford all of these different things rather than relying on government. So,
David Malpass, if you like government, you're going to love this plan, right? If you don't like government, you're not going to love this plan. I like to try to simplify it. My opening riff had far too much detail. I regret that. But, isn't that it? Government, 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 government. That's what I'm seeing.
She's doubling down on government controlling people and the economy. I've got an analogy for you. It's like they gave her the ball. She's running 5 yards. She fumbles because each time she gets a chance to make a decision, it's the wrong decision. So this one's really harmful because if you said, give me the 5 worst ideas you can do, they picked all 5 of them. That's taxes, price controls, the write-off of the debts, and so on down. Energy prices will be higher. And so the thing that strikes me is this is somebody that didn't have to go through the primaries, so nobody's had a chance to really ask her questions. What are you going to do different than Biden? And what are you going to do to actually allow the economy to go, to grow and go? And her first decisions were ones that would stop it. It's like the brakes. I'm ready to put the brakes on Biden's economy. That's what she's saying.
Actually, you know what's interesting? Just made me think of it. Her very first decision was to appoint this far left Minnesota Governor Walz. Okay, he's a real lefty progressive. All right, so that gives you a hint where her heart is, where her DNA is. And now her second big decision is this big price controls, big government economic plan that will never have any way to pay for itself. You know what it is? Faulkender, it's like, I think there's a misunderstanding here. I think that Kamala and her advisors, which are mostly former Biden advisors, some of them from Elizabeth Warren advisors, but they believe that rising prices cause inflation. But the problem is, rising prices are a function of inflation. They don't cause it, they're a result, a consequence. And inflation, you can define it as too much money chasing too few goods. You can find it as a decline in the value of the money in your pocketbook or the value of the dollar. I just think they have a misunderstanding here, okay? So they're going after individual prices, which plays into the government theme. But that's wrong. It's completely wrong. Definitionally, it's wrong. If you keep spending and borrowing, that's the inflation, if the Fed accommodates it, right? That will cause all prices to rise, not just a couple prices. And we've got a chart up on the full screen there. Consumer prices and producer prices, all right? Consumer prices, that's what consumers have to pay. Producer prices, that's what businesses have to pay. They're almost the same. There's no difference. There's no gouging. There's no nothing here except bad policy, Mr. Faulkender.
That's right, Larry, because if you put in place policies that cause every component of your inputs to go up in cost, so whether that's labor costs, whether that's energy costs, transportation costs, manufacturing costs, if all of those things rise and then you increase your price by the same percentage, your margins stay the same. There's no evidence of gouging, and as you pointed out, even the San Francisco Fed showed that that was the case. Because, as you said, their fundamental model is one where they impose massive supply constraints through regulation and taxation, and then they don't like the outcome of that. So what do? They put in place demand subsidies. They provide additional credits, or they provide subsidies for buying homes. And the last time I checked, and I regularly teach Econ 101, right, is that if you curtail supply and then you enhance demand, the new equilibrium is one with no change in output but a lot higher prices. And then they're shocked that they get inflation.
David Malpass, have you ever seen a sheep in sheep's clothing? These are price controls.
They're always that.
Right. These are price controls dressed up as price controls. Okay? That's what they are. I don't care what you call it. And when I went to work at the Federal Reserve in 1973, the New York Fed's first job I ever had out of grad school, Nixon had price controls. Richard Nixon, all right? I want to call him a great American, but I don't know. But the point did price controls work in the United States? I mean, I don't have to go to communism or socialism or Venezuela or the Soviet Union. How about right here? Did price controls ever work? Is there one example in history that price controls ever worked, David Malpass?
No, and it was the downfall of Nixon. It led right into the high inflation, the price increases of the 1970s, and that led to the downfall of Jimmy Carter. And if we look at the Soviet Union, a core part of their downfall was price controls, because that it very quickly caused shortages. So people in the Soviet Union, the poor people that had to live under communism, looked around. They saw the rest of the world with growing production, growing supply of goods, and they took out the regime.
Right.
And so as we think about it, it's an idea that never works. And one thing I think people need to ask her is, does she want more energy in the United States? I don't know what her answer is to that.
Yes,
that
you
means
do.
gasoline prices are going to go up because she basically wants less energy.
You know
Electricity prices will go up.
David, you know what I'll give you her cell phone number. You can call her. But you know what the answer to that is, all right? You know what the answer is. The answer is nada. Okay, I got to get out. Nada me. Anyway, you guys are great. David Malpass, thank you ever so much. Mike Faulkender, thanks.